nights have never been clearer. I see what you're doing to me now. They lie, they steal, they fooled us. Deep down I probably knew this. I think I will be holding on to the one thing that I know is stronger. Love is blind and no one's
Alright. How's everyone doing out there tonight? Just moving some things around here. Close the door. There we go. Yes, aliens. Yes. UFOs. Hopefully everyone's having a great night out there tonight. We are just taking some images of the ring again, just because it's really the only thing that's up right now that's in a prime spot. It's like the pre-show kind of thing before we really delve into a few things. So right now, this is a shot of the ring before we crank up the exposure time, of course, naturally. And you can even see the little star that's right above it, right there. So that's pretty cool. It's right there. It's nice. So we're going to take a 5-minute exposure with the Altair camera. And we're going to take a 10-minute image with the Meade camera just to see what it looks like. We're just doing that in luminance. And it's still like semi-light out, even though it's like 10:30 at night. You're still getting some like actual like light off the house. So I'd say in about another 15 minutes this is going to be clear and we'll be good to go. It's the one downside of imaging in the summer is it doesn't get dark, like dark until like 11:30. So that's the one downside. We could try to see if we could find something small in the area. So let's see here. Because we're in Lyra. Alberio is not up yet, although Alberio would be cool in color. That'd be really neat. Later tonight we're going to be getting 7822 and Cedarblad 214. So we're going to be getting those later. That's a hydrogen emission. Hydrogen alpha emission. So we'll be getting that later this evening. Just looking around. As we're just going to be chilling on a Saturday evening. Alright, so this is a 5-minute image that we took here just now with a 1 gain. So that means that we literally took the gain down to like absolute 0. So there shouldn't be any like noise at all. But the color's off. Oh no, actually no, that's about right. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. The color's not bad at all. I'll be lurking tonight, has some things going on. No problem. No problem. Lurking is good. Yeah, I'm just glad that you got to come on. It's always nice. Always nice to see you. This is what the wide field looks like here. It looks like there was a little bit of a cloud that came through on the right-hand side. We're just waiting here. We have to get a little bit higher here. Now, the other thing, too, is that to make things even crazier, in the next day or so, we are going to add to this. Like, if it isn't crazy enough, we are going to do a first. And that will be what's called tri-PC streaming. Right now we're doing dual PC streaming, and it's pretty good. A little bit of how this works for the dual PC streaming. Not many people do this kind of stuff, which is nice. And if you do, by all means let me know. But we use one laptop to run all the cameras, the mount, the guider, everything. And of course the planetary program, all the stuff that you see, runs it off of one computer. Then I take everything and mirror it from OBS, which is the Open Broadcasting System, and takes it and moves it into the second PC or laptop. And then that's where I stream, right from there. Now, we've tried in the past many times to use Discord, Skype, Zoom, you name it, we've tried it, it didn't work. It would bog the system down so much that we couldn't see anything, and we'd have to jump that down to 480p, which nobody wants to watch an astronomy stream at 480p, trust me. You want a crisp 1080p, you want something right there in front of you. And it didn't work. So, I had an idea. And the idea is bringing in a third laptop. Now, this third laptop is going to solely do, and it's going to run two things. One, a secondary setup, which we already got wide field, but we're going to get a second wide field. And the reason why I'm going to do it that way is in case when we have our meteor showers, I can track on two different parts of the sky. So this way we'll have a full 180 degrees on that one section. No, I can't do 360, unfortunately. I need 4 cameras to do that. But at least we'll get west, north, and east. We'll get that whole section. So this way we'll have it for the wonderful meteor showers. On top of that, we're going to use that third laptop to run the software. Whether it would be, and I'm trying to figure that all out, but Discord seems to be the leader right now just because of the fact that I have people on it that I've had join. But I could use Zoom. I could use Skype, whatever is best that everybody uses for asocial broadcasting. And we're going to take the sound from that and import it into the streaming laptop. While we're still playing music, too, on top of that. So, that should work. We shouldn't have any problems with that. We will be testing that out this week. So in the next coming days, you will see that coming through, which will be nice. Which I'm super stoked, super ecstatic that that's going to be coming up. Whew, this is a 10-minute image. Whew! The camera on the bottom left. That's a 10-minute image. There are clouds that are coming through too. Naturally. Not surprised. So that's what we have planned. Now, the cool thing about this is not only will we be able to do that, but the real cool thing is then I'll be able to take that travel mount and take that to wherever I want. Dark sky site, which I've been wanting to go to a dark sky site for about 2 years now. I haven't had a chance to get out there. So I would love to do that. And still leaving my setup at home. So I got the tripod. It's a heavy duty tripod that I'm going to be using. Very stable, very nice. And then I'm going to put a camera on it. And we're going to go from there. Now, will I be streaming from out there? Maybe. I haven't quite decided yet. I might. I very well could do something like that. It would be really neat to do something like that. So I haven't quite decided how I want to do all that. So I'm sure everybody would love that, though. '23, so that's where it is, okay. There's 23. There's 23, okay, perfect, right there. Ha! It's so bright that it washes out the ring in a 10-minute image because it's so bright outside. Wow. That's crazy. But the stars look great at 10 minutes. Hey there, Caleb. So another good thing, too, is now that we have Caleb on, actually, I was sifting through the Twitterverse, which is always so awesome. Was sifting through there this afternoon and was going through and noticed a few things that Caleb got, which was super awesome. He got and of course, if you don't know who Caleb is, it's Astro-Imaging. And Astro-Imaging is an astrophotographer, has his own YouTube channel. Please make sure that you subscribe to his channel. He's getting some absolutely amazing objects, like the lagoon, which I gotta say, is pretty awesome. And I'll be pulling up his image very shortly here. I'm just pulling it up here. I don't know if it's gonna... I should have just saved the darn thing. Actually, you know what? Here, well, let's see what happens. I'll pull it up. Oh shoot, it's pulling up twice. Whoops. That's okay, it's pulling up twice. Loading. That's the cool thing about this channel, is that I like to show other people's images and like to be able, there's a lot I during my downtime when it's nice outside during the day, I'll go and I'll search on Twitter and I'll go nuts and I'll just try to find a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of images, because it is just so cool to see everybody's. I just gotta find his image. Where is it? I'm just gonna search it. Search Twitter. Here we go. Astrocarone. Astro-Carone. There you are. I have found you. Also, make sure that you are following him on Twitter. If you don't have his handle, that's what it's called. It's a handle, I guess. I don't know. But it's at Astrocarone. And what I'm going to do, I'll go do this. Oh, the clouds look like they're disappearing. Well, that's good. Let me go to... window capture. Come on. Will this show? Haha! Yes, it will. Alright. Just gotta... Alright. There we go. We're taking this right off of his Twitter. See if it'll pull up here. Come on. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I knew this would work. Alright, there we go. Of course, I gotta make sure I give you your credit, as I always do for everybody. There it is. Credit Astro-Carone. Put it up at the top here. Whoops. There we go. Fantastic image of the lagoon. The lagoon is M8, which is Messier 8. I think it's cool. A lot of people call it the monkey head, and if you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like, I can try to... And you got my mouse here, I can see it, I think. Oh, maybe the mouse is on it, maybe it's not. I don't know. But you can follow it along if my mouse is truly on there. And this is the mouth. And then you have the nose, which is right here. And then you have the hair at the top. And then the back of the head with the eye, the big eye. So you can kind of see it. It's actually kind of cool. Caleb says it was fun to process. No doubt. No doubt. And if you, Caleb, if you mind, what I can do is I can. You did put out a comment, or not a comment, but a post, and I can scroll over here. If you mind, I can definitely read it. This is my first ever Lagoon Nebula. Again, forgive me for my processing, which, again, never forget. Don't apologize, because you want to know what? That is an epic image, and getting the detail that you did on something like that is way better than what I can get right now, because I can't get it. Unless if I take a hole and just blast out the side of my shed. It was totally worth going to the park. Made me realize how much I love this hobby. It was just me and the stars. What do you think? Well, I already told you what I think. I tell you, that inspires me to get more astronomy. That's what inspires. I think it's absolutely fantastic. You know, for you, it's incredible. And for me, it's amazing. I love it. So, great job. I think I have another image up here, too, that I can show you from his Twitter page here. Hang on, let me see if I can pull it up here. Let's see here. Alright, so this is a throwback one that he put on here. Oh, an airplane went right through the screen. How cool is that? An airplane. So this is another one that Caleb took here. This one's called Throwback. This is, again, M8. Very bright. But not only did you get the brightness, but you got the outside stars. And it's a wider field. It's so cool. This is Throwback. I took this picture of the Lagoon Nebula back in 2013. Back then, I used a small refractor telescope and my stock DSLR. That's from a stock? That's insane. That is insane. Crazy. One of the most amazing things about this hobby is the ability to go back and reprocess old images using new tricks. Happy New Moon next weekend. Yep, so that's amazing. Oh, that's Trevor's image? But still. I thought it was yours. Still. It's pretty damn amazing. Oh, so you probably just... you processed it. Gotcha. Nonetheless. That's... well, we might have to... might have to change the... there, Astro... I don't want anybody to get for me to get in trouble here. There. That way I can't get in trouble. Astro Backyard. Which, by the way, he follows me on Twitter. Super awesome. When I saw that, I thought I almost fell out of my freaking chair. That was amazing. I saw that and I was like, oh my god. Astro Backyard is following me on Twitter. I watch his videos on a daily basis. On a daily basis. It's so cool. Yeah, by the way, we're still taking images too. Which is so cool. We'll get rid of that there. Let's see. The sky's getting darker too, so we're just... it's like a filler until it gets a little bit darker outside. Because it's yicky out. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, you got the Heart Nebula. Oh, there you go. He's the reason I'm an astrophotographer. Yeah, exactly. He's the reason a lot of people are astrophotographers. Let me tell you. I'm going to show one more, okay? I'm going to show one more that you took. And that is the Heart Nebula that you took about a week ago. No. 2 days ago. 2 or 3 days ago. Close enough. I'm ahead of myself. So this one, we're going to go back, and this one is Astro Corone. This one is yours. This one is not Astro Backyards. This one is yours. And this is Heart Nebula from last night. I didn't get to do the show. Now, if anybody knows what show is, that is Sulfur 2, Hydrogen Alpha, and Oxygen 3. I was kind of wanting, because this is only about 3 hours of data, but I'm totally cool with the Hydrogen Alpha. And it says that ZWOASI 183 MC Pro sensor really crops this beauty in, and it does. My flats for the Heart Nebula were really bad. That image isn't too bad. I'm going to reshoot it for sure. It's going to be coming up, you know, earlier and earlier as the nights go along. So that will be fun. It'll be loads of fun to try to get it. Oh my god, the stars actually look pretty good. I'm just fiddling around with my image here. Yeah, for sure, definitely. Satellite went right through the ring. That's kind of neat. That's really cool. I love the Heart Nebula. Absolutely love it. It is really, really cool. So again, if anybody is taking images out there of the night sky, I want to know. I want to be able to credit you, show this onto my stream, and this way you can go back and you could say, hey, look, this is what my image looks like. This is really cool, you know. And I'll put his Twitter handle on there, and I'll put his YouTube channel on there. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow, knowing that now that I have more computing power, I'm going to be able to do more things. I'm going to be capable of doing a ton more stuff. I'm going to say probably in the next week or so, I'm going to start getting astrophotographers on my stream, so be ready. We're going to be putting Discord, Skype, and also Zoom. We're going to be opening the doors for all three. And I'm going to have people come on. Eventually, towards the end of the summer, I would like to be able to do an actual live image session with somebody else. So we could do a split screen. Kind of like a star party. It's going to be a lot of coordinating, but I think we can do it. So what I'd like to do is, like, you know, if it's Caleb or Jeff Lucas, astrophotographer, or Troy, or Daryl, any of them. I'd like to get somebody on that has a clear night. I could be able to just have both of us and just image one object. And then we can collaborate. I can get a web page going, like an actual page with it. And we can actually put all the images into one. So, it's in the works. We're figuring it all out. I really want an HOO or an SHO. Also, how's your night going? My night's going good. My night's going really good. It was cloudy at the beginning, but now it looks like it's a lot better now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and do image boost. And now we're going to boost this up. That way that will be good on the wide field. Alright, so now we'll there. There we go. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so we get some good stuff tonight. I'm going to be looking at some of the images that we took too. Oh, motorcycle. Loud motorcycle is going through. Vroom vroom. Vroom 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 vroom. Alright, so we're taking with the Altair camera, we're just taking a 1-minute image with a 20 gain. So short image, lots of gain, so lots of noise, but I don't care about, you know, it's just the ring. I want to be able to show detail right away, so. And looks pretty darn good to me. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Looks pretty good to me. You even get the little star up at the top there, too, which is really cool. And we have that. We still have that residue problem, too, on the Meade camera, which I emailed them and let them know to say, we need to get this taken care of, like, yesterday. Luckily, the good news is, if I crank the TEC, which is the thermal electric cooling, it's not as bad. So now it is safe to show it now, because it wasn't safe before, as it was showing something different, something that it's not appropriate for YouTube. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can most certainly look on my Discord and see what it looks like, because it looks interesting. On the bottom right hand of that image, it looks like a human anatomy. Yes, but that's not how I planned it. I didn't mean to do that. It's just, it looks like, another astronomer confirmed it, is that it looks like it was the glue or the residue from the outside leaked, like heated up and leaked onto the actual sensor, which is not cool. I'm not too happy about that. So I told Mead, which is for the DSi-4, that we need to get this taken care of, like, now. So hopefully they will take care of it. And yes, there was a satellite that went right in the middle of the screen, which is really cool, too. Let me just put the... let me get that for the filter. There we go. So that way it shows what filter we're on. We're on the luminance filter here. This looks really good with the luminance filter. That's a 10-minute image, by the way, just to let you know. If we zoom in on it here, it's very bright too, because the 10 minutes at one gain. Now let's see what it looks like here. Oh yeah, it looks great. You even got the center star in there too. That's really cool. The little center star. That's really good. We're also going to be looking at some of my images, too, that we took. Because we got a lot of good images earlier this week. Which we'll be looking at. We're going to be processing the Cave Nebula, which we did that in SHO. Want to see the SHO for the Bat, which... I don't know. The Bat Nebula is going to be too tough to get, I think. And I think it's probably going to be a waste of my time. So I just... Probably not the Bat Nebula. Yeah, we're just trying to move this over here. There we go. Just working on the wide field here, so that way, I don't know why there's so much light going off the house. I'm trying to lower it down a little bit here. There we go. I think once it gets a little bit higher, then we'll be in better shape, but I tried to make it a little bit better. Something's glaring off of that. I don't know if it's... Let me see. Hang on. It might be my window. Which that could be. I just closed the window. We'll see if that's what it was. Still too early for the other objects here. It's too early for the veil. It's too early for the dumbbell. Too early for... Well... That's going to be close. 31 degrees is usually my cutoff point for some of these objects, because that's where you start either hitting the roof of the house or the edge of the shed. Now, Cassiopeia is going to be coming up soon, too. How cool is that? Yeah, 7822 is not for about another hour and a half or so before we get that. So we got a long time for that. We could try this one. It's at 31 degrees. We should be in good shape. I want to try this. Just for the hell of it. Alright, so we're going to stop the guider. Because we're going to go to another object. Because I say, why not? Alright, so we'll do it this way here. Alright. Stop the guider. Move the mount down just a slight bit. Oh, too much. We should be able to get this with the wide field camera. We should, anyways. Well, so we'll see. We should be in good shape here. Oh yeah, dead center. Oh, that's gorgeous. Freaking awesome. And we got some good guide stars too on top of that. Oh, freaking awesome. We could do this in color. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip the filter. Now we don't have to go super long either. That's the best part because there's no nebula. This is going to be a star cluster. So we don't have to go nuts or anything with this. This is just straight up just the image itself. Alright, here we go. That looks pretty good. Okay. We'll take 1 minute images and we'll take, I don't know, 7. I don't know what it's going to look like on this one. We won't get the full image, though, unfortunately. Let's see here. Okay. Changing this up here. Okay. CR399. Alright. CR399. And the actual name of this is the COATHANGER cluster. It's the coat hanger cluster. I figured we'd get this one, and we would do it in color, too, which is going to be really cool. It's the coat hanger. How cool is that? There it is. So it's a straight line, And then it looks like it's a coat hanger right here. How cool is that? Because why not, right? We'll get about 4 or 5. We'll get 7, because that's 7 minutes. That's not too bad. My question is, what do we got on the other camera, though? Oh, nothing. Probably because it's not above the roof yet. Yeah. So, it'll work with one camera, but it won't work with the other. So we gotta wait. This is a coat hanger. So that will look really neat. Now, what's really cool about the coat hanger is that you're gonna see, like, this star right here is a red star. So that'll be really cool. You're gonna see a reddish, like, star. Actually, it's this one here. Never mind, it's this one. It's the third star. So that'll be really cool. Well, you're taking 1, 2, taking 3 so far. So we're doing this with a monochromatic camera. And actually, we should technically wait a little bit because you could just barely see the roof. If I were to take this and bring this up, you could see the left side. There's like the roof is there. So like you can see how like the left side is like, oops. Oh well, we're having fun. The wide field looks friggin' amazing, though. You're really starting to see the Milky Way. And as this gets higher and higher, the side of the house is going to go away. And we're going to be able to get more prominence of the Milky Way, which will be awesome. Move that over just a little bit so we can see that. There we go. CR 399. So my question is it past the roof yet? What's your Bortle scale? 8. If that's not hard to believe. And actually, I'll do you one better. And I've done this on my stream many times. There. Let me do you one better. Here. Let's just pull it up here for you. Let's go to... There we go. So, I pulled up my website. And what's really cool about my website, which, by the way, go check it out at Elliott, ELLIOTT, -astronomy.com. That's all it is. My last name, -astronomy.com. That's where you get the EA. And no, it's not in the game. I'm not going to get copyrighted because I didn't say it all in once. But that's where I got EA from. So, this right here is what's called the lightpollutionmap.info. What you can do is you could type in your address or type wherever you live and see what your light pollution is based off of what it is. Now, I can make this a little bit bigger here so you can see it. Alright. So there are 8 different scales. You have white, which is the 8th level. Red is 7. Orange is 6. Yellow is 5. Green is 4. Blue is 3. Gray is 2. And black is 1. And the percentages is the artificial brightness over natural brightness. Long story short, what that just means is It's how much light we're putting out versus what it should be with no lights at all. So natural brightness is 0%. Zero. That means there is not a single hydrogen lamp or whatever it is, those street lights or nothing. Zero. That is 0%. 2700% is right where I am. I'm borderline between red and white. I want to get my vicinity and show you my vicinity. Not showing you where I live. That would be crazy. I live right in here. Right in this area. Right here. If that's crazy. So, like, I'm like the pink, white/red, but I'm in this area. That's not good. I used to live over here in the orange. So my skies have gotten like 10 times worse. Yet we're still getting about the same amount of data and info because I've had to increase my gear to compensate for how crappy my skies are. But yeah, I'm right in this area here. But you could see right where Niagara Falls is, Toronto, Hamilton, Buffalo, and I gotta combat with a lot. Amherst, North Tonawanda, Clarence, Pendleton, Grand Island, West Seneca, Orchard Park, Williamsville, Depew, Lockport. It's just a cluster, an absolute cluster, trying to figure out how am I going to be able to view at night. Now, I could go down here. This is Cherry Springs, which this is Coudersport right here, and then Cherry Springs is right down here. This is this green right here. This is Cherry Springs, and it's a natural, artificial, well, not artificial, but it's a night sky park, which is awesome. It's near Gallatin, but as you can tell, where the blue is, this is one of the only blue spots in the Northeast besides the Adirondacks, which is up here. These are the only two spots. That's it in the United States. If you go down to Spruce Knob, which is in West Virginia, yeah, you can get a little bit here, but that's about it. There's not much you can really get. And then when you go down south like Florida and Georgia, there's nothing. There might be one spot that's blue right where the Georgia and Florida state line is. That's it. So you're SOL if you're trying to image in the eastern part of the United States. Now, if you go western part, it's almost like an invisible line. It's crazy. The line just splits the United States of where all the population is versus where it's dark. It's nuts. There's more dark spots than there are light spots in the United States. And then if you go to Canada, like 85% of Canada is in the dark, except where you have Winnipeg, Edmonton, Calgary. That's really the only three spots over there, and that's it. Then you have Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, and Quebec. But other than that, that's it. Which is crazy. So it's a good way to check this out. Now, I also added, which is called Aladdin Sky Atlas, which I think is really cool. And here's what I'll do. We'll go this way. And we're still taking images, too, so sorry. And we'll go this way, and then we'll take... It's always informative when it's this website. My streams are always informative, too, which is awesome. Alright, so then we got over here, this is the Aladdin Sky Atlas. Now, I made a generous donation to the person who did this, and I think it's really, really cool. They had a code that they gave me, so I could put this on my website, and it is a sky map of the sky, essentially. Greatest? No, it's not the greatest, but it's decent. You know, I can be able to search anything in the night sky. So if I hit the search button here and say I want to get the coat hanger. Let me see if it's going to show the... Well, actually, no, not the coat hanger, because that's going to be too small. Well, let me try it. Why not? Let's try. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it does show it. Well, look at that. So it shows the coat hanger right then and there. So you could see what it looks like in the night sky. How cool is that, right? If I wanted to take a look and see, well, what does Orion look like? Well, we'll type in M42. That's just easier. Bam! In its glory, and you also have the horse head and the flame, which is all in that view. And it'll give you coordinates. How sweet is that? It'll tell you where everything is. And then you got, this is right here, this is Bernard's Loop, or Barnard's Loop. And then if you scroll down to the bottom here, you got the Witch Head, which is this thing right here. And it's a pretty detailed, you can get right down to it, look at this, you can get right down to the actual stars. Look at this. How crazy is that? So if I were to take this here and zoom in, that's just too bright. Look at that. That's the horse head. So I just figured I'd show you that. And you can play around with it too. That's the coolest thing. So it's going to be all right there. And so I added that over the last week or so. So you have your light pollution, your Aladdin Sky Atlas. That's all there. As we scroll down, we've added what's called the Download Center. Or Download Corner. What I'm going to be doing eventually is I'm going to be adding my images to the website. So you can play around with the images, stack, process, do whatever you got to do. Right now, all I have on there are just stacked images of NGC7000. I have the H-Alpha, Oxygen 3, and Sulfur 2. You can actually download them right off my website, and I'll be putting more as I go along. Probably Wednesday, I'm going to put a whole bunch on there. We'll get to that. But it's going to be really, really nice. We'll be able to share through the community. And that's how I'm going to be doing my collaboration with a lot of other astronomers. So I can post that on there. The hats are coming. Still waiting for it to switch to shipped. Let me check. Actually, we'll check to the second right here and see. As of yesterday, it still said that it was waiting for embroidered, which is stupid. I'm still waiting. Hang on, I just got to pull up their website here. There we go, view order. Let's see. So we gotta check to see. Oh, and then I also have my clear sky chart too, which is nice. Which I haven't actually set to this. Yeah, your estimated ship date, June 10th. That was 2 days ago. So I'm still waiting for them to print that. So yeah. Hasn't been shipped yet. So, Joanne, still waiting. Once I get it, once I get notification, it's going right to you. But we don't have it yet. It's going to take some time. But I figured I'd show the website there. You know, a lot of people have that question of the, you know, what are your night skies? You know, that's our night skies. It looks cool, but at the same time, it's like, damn. Alright, so let's get back to imaging. So I apologize. We were just having a little too much fun. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. What? Yeah. Hi. What's up? I'm live still. You want to sit with me or no? What? I can't hear you. You walked away. Can you give me a drink? Hey. What? Can you give me a drink? I'm thirsty. Because I'm live right now, that's why. I know it is. My headset is portable, but that's far. It's a far distance, though. That Milky Way looks really sweet. Wow, that is really cool looking. Joe says no drink for you. Take a couple more here in the red channel, then we'll switch this over to the green. Yeah. You get real nice when it comes to that. Alright, so now we're going to switch this to the green channel now. Alright, now we're going to take them in the green. I think this is like the end part here on the Altair camera. Yeah. Yeah, this is like the corner part of it. It's hard to focus a little bit too on the Altair camera, just because the filter's on there. That's okay though. Alright, I'm gonna go get myself a drink. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay, I'm gonna close the door. Alright. Turns music up while we can't hear him. No, I muted my mic. So this is the green channel. Stars look great. Well, naturally, we're only taking a 1 minute image. Of course, the stars are gonna look great with a 1 minute image. I know, just kidding, I know. It's great how it fits right in the middle of the script. It's perfect. Fits right there for the coat hanger. And if you can't see it, I'll connect the dots for you. Now, what we'll do, we'll do this here. There we go. So you can see it a little bit better. Okay. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 stars create like a line, a visible line that goes straight across. And then you have, it goes from here to there to here to there. So it creates like a little like C. That's your coat hanger, which is kind of neat. And it's kind of cool. Should have about 1 or 2 more left, and then we'll switch this to blue, and then we'll get started. Hopefully these little mini clouds go away. There's like there's more clouds coming through. It's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 5 more to go in green. Well, I'd say 3 more. So about 2 more minutes, we'll switch. We'll switch to blue. Waiting to see what these clouds are going to do. That's why I'm only doing a star cluster, just to see. Because that's not good for getting a nebula, so just wait to see what happens here. It's okay, we're gonna get to an image anyways in a minute, so this way we'll see. They might pass by, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, we'll take one more in green here after this one. That'll give us 10. Switch it to blue. Then we'll pull up some images here. What I can do is I can show the cave, which was in sulfur, hydrogen alpha, and oxygen 3. We'll show that as soon as I'm done with this image here. And we'll flip this to blue, and then we'll work on that. So give me 1 second here. Alright, so now... flip this to blue. May have to change the focus just a little bit. Yeah. Perfect, right there. Beautiful. Alright, blue is set. Alright. I don't know where these clouds came from either. That's the crazy part. They came out of nowhere. But that is okay. We'll still try to take it anyways, and then we'll just see what we got. Alright, let's see here. We'll pull up Deep Sky Stacker Live. And we'll still look at the wide field just in case to see if the clouds go bye-bye. You just never know. Alright, so let's pull up the images here. Alright, so we took 6 in hydrogen alpha. So this is the cave nebula here in hydrogen alpha. think we did really well with this. Probably want to get a little bit more images here. There's 2. There's 3. 4. 5. A lot of friggin' satellites. And 6. So we got 6 images in hydrogen alpha. So we'll register these. And then stack them. And we'll see what we get. You never know. So it's registering them as we speak. Yeah, the clouds are starting to come in, and now the stars look like crap. Ugh. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I am not making any guarantees with this one. There we go. I want to change the name on it. The Cave Nebula. Which is actually... SH2-155. The Cave Nebula. It's almost like the Ohio State University. Haha. Yeah, these clouds are like... oh, they're everywhere. It was nice imaging. At least we'll get to see some imaging real quick for processing, and then we'll call it an early night, unfortunately. Looks pretty darn good to me. Now, of course, this is with only 6 images. I probably could have gotten a lot more, but we had to cut it short just because it was towards the end of the night, so we didn't really get a chance to get more of these, which is okay. So, Cave, HA. Save. Alright, so that's saved. We'll clear the list. And then we'll do oxygen 3, which we took 8 of. Took a little bit more oxygen 3 than sulfur 2. Only reason being is because oxygen 3, you're not going to get nothing. Unfortunately. So let's see here. Not much. Oxygen 3, you're going to see a little bit here, but not much. Yeah, for oxygen 3, you're going to need, like, double the amount of exposures we're going to have to do from now on. So, we're going to have to think of a rule. For every minute that I do in hydrogen alpha, I have to do 2 minutes for oxygen 3. So if I'm going to do a 5-minute image here for this one, I'm going to do 10 minutes for oxygen 3, and we'll see how that works from now on. Just because the fact that it's just not working for that. Yeah. Whoops. Alright, so we'll try this. We got 8 of them. Oxygen 3, you're only going to get with just certain objects, which kind of sucks. But, not too bad, though. Alright, so let's see here. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Well, it's registering the images right now. See what we get here. Sulfur 2, you're going to get a little bit more image. You're going to get a little bit more. Hoping these freaking clouds pass. Alright, so now it's stacking the 8 images now. The fun part's going to be putting them together to get a colored image. That's going to be the fun part.
something I can never be without, yeah. In your command, thought I wasn't made of my own blood. It's been 2 years, I'm only a shadow of the good on me now. A breeze in my head, 'cause you know I cannot see no you. Feeling like home, but should it be like this? Locked up in your dome, you know I fight for you. What do I? Every time you call my name, what do I? Whipping me into madness.
Yeah, so you can naturally see, like, oh, I don't know, nothing for this one. Oh yeah, there's a little bit. You can see it right there. There's a tiny bit in Oxygen 3. There is a slight bit right here. So yeah, we're going to have to double the exposures on this next clear night. Which of course naturally is not going to be tonight. To get this like absolutely perfect. So then we'll do Cave, CAVE 03. So that's Oxygen 3. And then next we'll do Sulfur 2. Okay. Clear, yes. Open. Okay. And we took 7 Sulfur 2 images. So not a lot in sulfur, but there is some there, so that's good. What you're gonna see with the crescent, but there is image. There's stuff in the image, which is good. Yeah, perfect. Of course, naturally, we also shot this right when it was going off the roof, so that's another problem. But I wanted to test this out just to see, because we'll use these as additive when we get this. So now we're doing Sulfur 2. Now, if you're wondering what these are filters that you use, which is from the light spectrum. It's called narrowband filtering, or narrowband imaging, which use the narrowband filters. These are 6 nanometers on all 3. Okay, hydrogen alpha is on the light spectrum scale at 656. Sulfur 2 is 672, which is actually pretty close to each other with the 2 reds. Oxygen 3 is 496, which is more towards the green scale. Now, there are other filters out there. There's nitrogen, helium, hydrogen beta, which hydrogen beta is more of like a blue, which is like 512 to 513. But they call it the Hubble palette. And the Hubble palette is your show, is what it's called. And that is your sulfur, hydrogen alpha, and oxygen 3. The advantage of narrowband imaging is being able to detect more detail in your image, as well as having the ability to image from light polluted areas, hence like right here. This is because the filters help restrict the light emitted from streetlights and other sources of city light pollution, like what I was showing you earlier, which crappy light pollution here. So the question is, what is Hubble Palette? Well, you may have heard of Hubble Palette come up in conversation with other people, like if you've been on message boards, if you've gone online, even if you just typed in just Hubble, you'll come up with Hubble Palette. And it's referring to the color palette made famous by the Hubble telescope, which they actually did it with the Eagle Nebula, which is the Pillars of Creation. The colors of the nebula in the night sky are a result of various gases that glow and reflect light. The narrowband filters can isolate those colors into these gases. And how to do the Hubble palette is sulfur 2 goes into red, hydrogen alpha goes into green, and oxygen 3 goes into blue. Which makes total sense. Alright, so now the next image is done. So now what we can do is we'll get rid of this here. Oh, that's much better. So you can see some detail there. That's really cool. So there is some imaging there with the sulfur. That's awesome. All right, so we're gonna save this one as Cave S2. Eventually, we'll get more of this, so that we'll take darks, flats, biases, all that wonderful good stuff. We'll get it all, people. We'll get it all. It looks like the clouds are passing by, actually. We won't know until the next frame that comes up in about a minute, and then we'll see. But it looks like it's passing. So that's a good thing. Alright, so now what we're going to do... They're going to flip this over to Photoshop. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the clouds are starting to go away. So we may be able to get some more imaging. I don't know. We'll see. So look at this, though. Alright, so now we got Photoshop pulled up. And... open. Okay. Alright, so we got the 3 images pulled up now. Whoops. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create a new image. Perfect. Go to the red channel. Actually, no. Yeah, red channel. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so the red channel is in, which is the sulfur. It actually looks really good for the sulfur image. I'm very impressed with that. That looks good. Alright, so now we'll go to green. No, blue. Go to blue. Because the blue is going to be your oxygen 3. Alright. If it hurts your eyes, I apologize. Nothing like having green and yellow. Okay. Okay, and then that's perfect. And then we go to green, which is your hydrogen alpha. And we take that. I'll make sure we get this dead on. Green is off by a little bit. That's alright. Alright, so now I'm going to deselect it. We're only going to get a small portion here because we don't need anything else. I'm going to get this right here because that's just all that we need. Alright. Just getting the color just right here. We had a lot of work with this one. I mean, we got a lot of work to do with this, but at least this way you can see the reds, the greens, and the blues. It's going to take some time with this one. This is your red channel, your green, and your blue. Your blue, you don't have anything, like I said. That's going to be tough because that's oxygen 3. Your green, you're going to have your most because, well, that's naturally your hydrogen alpha. And your sulfur 2, you're going to have a little bit. So, it's going to... we're going to work on it. We're gonna work on it as time goes along, but at least you have detail. And of course, this is me zooming this in like crazy and getting this just right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do this here, so at least we can get the color just right here. Oh, that's not good. I didn't mean to do that. That's what I wanted to do. And you got a little bit of red. I was trying to pull out as much red as I could. Well, at least you got the idea of it. But the clouds are gone. Sort of. Now, another thing I did was I did the crescent doing the same thing, the red, green, and blue for the Hubble. This looked about 1,000 times better. And this one again was you have your blues is your oxygen 3, your greens is your hydrogen alpha, and your reds is your sulfur, which is more like a copper. This one actually turned out a lot better, only because I took more images. I think I took like an hour and 45 minutes of this. And this is unprocessed. This is just solely just getting the color just right. This one actually turned out better. Cave we'll have to work on. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Knowing that the clouds disappeared, we could probably... Let me see. My green Mr. Potato Head. Actually, that turned out really well. That is absolutely gorgeous. Trying to see if I can do some overlay. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to move the mount. Clouds have passed. Yeah, it should be just high enough now. Actually, no, it's not. Still not high enough. It's at 27 degrees right now. We need to get it to at least 33 or 34. Shoot. Okay, we'll have to wait. I thought it would be a lot higher at midnight. Eek. Okay, then. We could always go back to the Cave Nebula and see if we can get some more detail on that, I guess. Either that or... You know what? Let's shoot the Veil. Let's shoot the Veil, because the Veil's at 37 degrees. Let's get the Veil. Alright. Alright, so what we're going to do next is we're going to stop the image here. We're going to stop the guider. Go back to the wide field here and see what we got. Oh yeah, clouds are gone. Good. Right, perfect. Alright, here we go. Stop everything there. Okay, now we're going to move the mount to the Veil. Alright, dead center. Now, let's get this ready. Now let's have some fun. Alright. Okie dokie. Let's flip this over to hydrogen alpha. Go. There they are. There's the stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Almost there. Should be right there. That should be in focus. At least I think so. Anyways, let's see. That's pretty good. How do the stars in the middle look? That's good. Alright, let's see. See what we got here. Now we gotta go more to the right and up. Alright. How does the focus though look? Not bad, okay. We gotta go west though, I think. Okay. Yep. Alright, just getting it centered now. And then we should be in good shape. Whoa, it went way off. Alright, we're just getting it centered here for the meat camera, and then we'll be ready and rearing to go. start guiding it momentarily here. All right.
Estoy esperando por algo que no va a suceder. Odio extrañarte más cuando estás tocando otra piel. Me acuerdo de ningún perdón, que el problema fui yo, por eso tú fuiste infiel. Que no saciaba cada uno de tus placeres.
All right, there we go.
Que no querías, pero es que siempre me llegas.
Trying to center it between the two cameras.
Entiendo que eso no es para mí, no es para mí, no me dio. Yo llorando de tristeza, baby, me dolió. Eso no era así, era así.
Go up just a little bit more.
Soñé que me querías, pero me desperté. El sabor de tus labios y tus manos en mi piel. Soñé que me amabas, pero no era así. Entiendo que fue un sueño porque no era para mí. Mi vida amando, amar sufriendo y sufrí callando. Ya estoy cansado, te juro que es mi último llanto. Pienso ahora no voy a sufrir, yo merezco mucho más. Ya no lloro, me levanto.
Right there.
Porque lo de casi me dolió. No me da pena escribir que fuiste un error. También fuiste mi mejor lección, de hecho. Hasta me hiciste un favor. Los ojos son malos para guardar secretos. Como me pide que te tenga respeto. Me ha fallado para no fallarte a ti. Y ahora me pide que lo hablemos discreto. Ya que lo pienso no fue reconocerte. El rostro piensa que era diferente. Me ha fallado para no fallarte a ti.
All right, there we go. There's 5760.
Y muriendo de tristeza, baby, me dolió que te metiera en mi cabeza y en mi corazón. Pero ya es hora que te vayas, que lo siento.
There we go. All right, let's put the guider on. We got any good guide stars? Oh yeah, perfect guide star right there. Beautiful. Okay. Love it. Okay. We'll do a 7-minute exposure for that one. And then see where we are for this one here. Okay. awesome. It looks so good.
You'd have to rebuild me from the ground up, from the ground up. There's always something I can try to change, but you want something else. Why cut off your wings? You could change the world and I'd still be a mess. It's too late, too late, too late, too late. Slide down the roof.
We'll just take a couple of these in hydrogen alpha, and then we're gonna call it a night.
It's too late, too late, too late, too late. You'd have to rebuild me from the ground up, from the ground up. You wanna tear down these walls, and I know you can do anything, but it's too late, too late, too late, too late. Slide down the rooftop, slide down the rooftop. Slide down the rooftop, slide down the rooftop. Slide down the rooftop, slide down the rooftop. Come back tomorrow.
So we'll get a couple more. We're gonna let the music play for a little bit, and then we will end the stream. So we'll end it just a little bit before 12:45. So we'll just get a few of these, and then we'll be good to go. So if you have any questions, I'll be on the chat. But I'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
There's no denying what we want. Playing games now. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games now. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games now. There's no denying what we want. There's no
There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Though you had me bite through the bullet, I won't play a second fiddle with you. You look away just when they pull it. You gotta step up, yeah, you miss your cue. Ooh, ooh, your time is up now. I'm no fool. I know what you are up to. Keep things cool, but it won't help you this time. This time. This time. No, no. This time, yeah. This time, no, no. I had your back when they were on ya. Wasn't easy, but I held your ground. Still I get nothing honest from ya. Excuse me, but I won't buy into your big lie. No need to bother me tonight. They shoot you down this time and I won't fight. I got my head held high this time. This time. This time, no, no. This time, yeah. This time.
Thank